10 dinosaurs that could kill a T-Rex and size comparison. I wonder what this implies, honestly. Let's just review this whole video and see what's up with it. Is this copyright? I'm going to be muting it right now. Anyways, continue. I'm going to be reading them all. Man, YouTube new AI, what are you doing? The ankylosaurus was far more defensive than the T-Rex. That doesn't mean it was helpless though. This dinosaur could use its weight and bony protrusions to great effect, charging and trampling foes. Other than that, it is believed that the dinosaur used a large bony club on the end of its tail to ward off or harm predators. I mean, it only harms when it has to. The club tail can be used to ward off predators mostly, but if the predator is daring enough, it will try and attack it. So, yeah. But anyway, the T-Rex versus ankylosaurus, the T-Rex could just go for the head. The ankylosaurus's other parts are definitely well defended. This is not the ankylosaurus that I like, because of those spiky osteoderms making it just look like a Jurassic World ankylosaurus. And as well as that, look at this Tyrannosaurus over here. And the Tyrannosaurus is fine. There's really not much to complain here. Maybe except for the fact that the skull might be a bit too thin. Too narrow, right? So, look at this one. So, yeah. That's pretty much all there is here. Ankylosaurus could potentially defeat a T-Rex, but like, if it's 7 to 8 tons, sure. Yep. But if it's 4 tons or something, then the T-Rex might have a much better chance. But then again, the Ankylosaurus's head is really the only part the T-Rex could attack, and even then, it fails most of the time, given how the Ankylosaurus is just gonna. The safest option is for the T-Rex to go for the underbelly. Okay, so the second one is the Carcharodontosaurus. This huge meat eater was 45 feet long, 5 feet longer than the Rex, and weighed 8 tons. Okay? Fair, that's just probably the maximum that Carcharodontosaurus can go, making one of the largest carnivores that ever walked the earth. This African carnivore had a gigantic 5'4" long skull. No, 5 feet 4" long skull and enormous jaws with 8" long serrated teeth. It walked on 2 legs, had a massive tail, bulky body, and short arms, ending in 3-fingered hands with sharp claws. I'm not super familiar with the metric system of the US, but I feel like there should be 2 dots beside the 8 for inches. It walked on 2 legs, had a massive tail, yes. Bulky body and short arms, yes. And then 3-fingered hands and sharp claws, yes. The claws, they weren't really meant to fight. They're just meant for... I think they're meant to display and all that. And, you know, maybe for mating as well, helping the thing stand up. It's got short arms for a reason. And it's the fact that it didn't use them for hunting. It used its massive head for hunting. Just like the T-Rex, just like the Giganotosaurus and all that. Anyways, let's continue on. The third one is the Stegosaurus. Interestingly, the T-Rex and the Stegosaurus never walked the earth at the same time as one another. They were separated by almost 50 million years in time. Almost the same amount of time between the T-Rex and modern human beings. No. The Stegosaurus lived in the late Jurassic. The T-Rex lived in the late Cretaceous. They were at least 80 million years apart. Well, 79 to be more specific, or even 78. And like the same amount of time between the T-Rex and modern human beings. No, the T-Rex actually lived closer in time to us humans than Stegosaurus. Even Cuscus got it right. And of course, the Stegosaurus, being not as heavily armored as the ankylosaurus, would have a harder time defending itself against the Rex. I mean, sure, it probably has an even more lethal weapon that could definitely handicap the T-Rex and potentially even gore it, stab it with a Stagomizer. But it's not. It doesn't have the armor of the ankylosaurus, which makes it much more vulnerable. Anyways, the next one is Triceratops. Yep, the Triceratops could defeat the Rex. If these two creatures fought on an open plain, the fight will begin with the charge towards one another because it's the only thing a Triceratops know how to do. Why is it so funny? Anyways, also this Carcharodontosaurus is from Jurassic World Evolution. Figured. And, as you can see here, this Triceratops is from Jurassic Park, I think. Remember that Triceratops is heavier and faster. The Triceratops probably isn't heavier, but its horns are positioned in a way so that it can gore the Rex from above without really worrying about the Rex chomping on the Trike's neck. Obviously, that's it. That is like whatchamacallit? Like, if the Rex doesn't attack from the sides, obviously. But, like, the Triceratops is quadrupedal and much more balanced on the ground, compared with the bipedal, unwieldy T-Rex. I mean, it is a potential reason that the Triceratops could beat the Rex. It's more stable. But then again, you know, of course, both of these animals have great agility. The Triceratops with the ball socket joint, the T-Rex with its ilium. That's the Dominion Giga against Rex. See, although most people think T-Rex is always the biggest creature to roam the planet, a few bigger dinosaurs existed. The Giganotosaurus weighed about 17,600 pounds, which equates to around 8 tons. Fair enough. Stood 20 feet high and was about 45 feet long. 20 feet high is definitely an exaggeration made by Dominion. 45 feet long is also, well, 45 feet long, I think it's plausible. But, you know, Dominion Giga is over 50 feet long. So, I mean, this guy is just trying, failing to be accurate. Another Tyrannosaurus, self-explanatory. Yeah, another Tyrannosaurus can beat a, T-Rex. Titanoceratops. What? Okay. So, there is already an Alamosaurus over there. This is not a Titanoceratops, guys. This is more like a Diabloceratops by those horns and the short horn over here. Seriously, man, it was a giant Cosmosaurian Ceratopsian that lived in the late Cretaceous period, about 75 million years ago, in what is now New Mexico. Titanoceratops named for its large size, being one of the largest known horned ceratopsians. Horned dinosaurs, and type species was named Titanoceratops oranos, after this one, Uranus, the father of the Greek Titans. So basically, the Titanoceratops over here, this is not aka the quote-unquote, aka the Diabloceratops, because of, you know, its horn shapes and all that. It's, you know, Titanoceratops, if it's possible that Titanoceratops could beat the Rex, probably not too many times, probably like, I estimate around 30 to 40%, probably 35, similar to Pentaceratops, but like, Pentaceratops could also potentially defeat a Rex in a fight. Torosaurus as well. Torosaurus had comparatively shorter horns. than the Triceratops. And, like, it's got a bigger frill that makes it more defense-oriented against the Rex, as opposed to a more offense-oriented approach. That's cool. Deinosuchus. It had a life force of 10 tons, at least according to a study. Deinosuchus was very slow on land, was faster in the water. Like their modern relatives, they were able to do the deathful and were likely social animals. Recent studies have suggested that Deinosuchus was not even a crocodilian. And, but, like, I think this video was made before the studies suggest that Deinosuchus was not a crocodilian, taking down Ceratopsians, hadrosaurs, and other dinosaurs. During its time, Deinosuchus was one of the top predators, unless you're in an aquatic environment. Unless? Okay. It's probably still a top predator. Spinosaurus. Ugh. Had a height of 22 feet and length of 60 feet. Of course, this is super outdated glazing. The Spinosaurus dinosaur could hunt both the jabbing or the water in the water. Its nails are about 1 to 1.5 feet long. These dinosaurs are called the son of North Africa. What? What even is this? The son of North Africa. Did they actually call it the son of North Africa? I genuinely have no idea. But, man. Spinosaurus could not defeat the T-Rex. Everything just goes... Seriously. I bet the only reason the Spinosaurus was even included is to appeal to the glazers who really like the JP3 Spinosaurus. That's it! That's nothing else. Nothing else, man. Anyways. Is it the last one? No. Alamosaurus. It was a titanosaur, a long-necked and long-tailed herbivore of the kind that dominated both the southern and northern hemispheres at the end of the Cretaceous period. Alamosaurus also had a unique feature as said osteoderms or bony spikes in armor. I think when it comes to a fight against a T-Rex, having giant osteoderms like this doesn't really matter too much. Especially when adult versus adult. When it comes to juvenile versus adult Rex, though, it probably wouldn't help all that much. The osteoderms are probably more used. Osteoderms in this case are probably more used for display purposes. But it does provide a little bit more protection. Actually, it's the last one. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, this video isn't bad. Where's the Shantungosaurus? And, like, there's really not much to say here about this one. Some can, some can't. This is just a generic mixed bag. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you all next one. Special thanks to channel members for supporting this channel. It helps out a ton.